Hi everybody. So I am on a little bit of a spiritual quest right now. I am fasting and cleansing my body, my mind and my soul, and I am out in the beautiful forest right now, and I will be camping for 4 days. So I will be documenting this experience. I will be doing meditating and other videos based upon whatever comes up. But right now I just kind of wanted to take you to the waterfalls. I'm in an area that has a lot of waterfalls, and so I thought I might go explore a couple while I'm here. So this one is called Quality Falls. Let me get on the other side of the tree so you can have a better look. So I'm going to go down further and see if there's a path down there so I can get down to the bottom of this falls. Yeah, I wanted to start recording actually earlier, but I guess it just wasn't time because my memory card was acting up, and so I had to actually make my way into town today to buy a new memory card, which is all fair enough. Because I'm detoxing my body, I actually had a massive migraine last night, so I pretty much just laid in my tent from 8 p.m. till 8:30 this morning. So that's kind of all I've done so far. I did sit at the dock for a little while at the lake, so I'm going to tell you about that experience because I had some profound information come through at that point. So yeah, all right, I will see you at the bottom of the falls. Bye. I don't know about you, but that looks like a pretty good swimming hole. Yeah, this is exactly what I needed. What a beautiful place. And just on the other side of that is another waterfall. And I do believe that in this area there's a lot of cascading waterfalls like this. The one that I wanted to camp at, I guess, is only walk-in. Had I been prepared for that, I would have walked the 25 kilometers, but I wasn't ready for that, so didn't bring the right equipment. But this is healing. Take it in and let the water just wash away any pain, any sorrow, any mental mind traps that you may be stuck in right now, all insecurities. Let it fill you up instead with love, confidence, assurance, safety, and a positive way of thinking. You know, I have been going through some rather difficult times since July 1st. And I know all of you have also, with the root chakra stuff that's coming up. But it's really led me to a place where I have to wonder what it is that I really truly want in my life. What is it that I am holding on to, or that you're holding on to? And why are you holding on to it? We all tell ourselves these stories about things that have happened to us, and that we need to heal. However, I've had an epiphany lately, and I'm wondering, do we really always need to heal something? If all time happens simultaneously, the past, the present, the future, then all we have is right now, this moment, this very moment in time. The past, it doesn't matter. Neither does the future. So why are we hanging on to something that creates worry about the future or pain from the past? Is it relevant? And I know myself, I've been through some pretty darn painful experiences throughout my life. I'd say several, just like the rest of you. And I've been sitting here in pain for years and years and years. And since my awakening, of course, I want to confront this pain and heal it. But more recently, I've been led to wonder, is that necessary? Is it necessary to wallow in your own pain all the time? Perhaps with some things it is. But with others, really all that we have to hold on to is this moment. So I'm choosing to let go of a lot of things in my life. And I think that would be beneficial for a lot of you too. And if you're having a hard time letting go, then just get out there like I'm doing. Get out there and find those areas around wherever you live that are healing, that are going to renew you and suck out all this stuff. And let it. Ask the water to take away that pain. Any moving water is going to draw out all of the junk that's in there, as long as you set the intention and ask it to. Revitalize yourself. Get outside and get grounded. It'll give you new perspective on everything that you're going through in your life. Whether that be by yourself or with a group, that's your choice. But for me, I just needed to be alone. I needed to be alone to be able to reorganize and restructure the way that I think about life and my own life and what it is that I want to attract into my life. And as I reflect, maybe I haven't been doing such a great job of that lately. I've lost sight, because I've lost sight of kind of everything based upon the pain that I've been feeling. And I want to let go of that. That's not something I want to hold on to for the rest of my life. Nor do I want to, of course, there's some healing you have to do, like with your inner child, because she'll be triggered or he'll be triggered all the time to express their pain many ways. But the rest is just a mental construct of the mind. So on this journey of mine, I have hopes to figure out how to fully let go. Because by letting go, you're actually healing. So for everything, there's not necessarily a long process for having to heal something. Some things, you just need to let go and heal that way. By loving. Because in the end, we're all one. We are all one. And any pain that you hold inside of you shows up in everyone else. So by letting go, you're letting go for everyone. You're getting rid of all that pain and mental confliction that everybody else is feeling. You're not just doing that for yourself. Of course, it's most important to do it for yourself, but you're doing it for everybody. That includes this beautiful planet that we live on. Some food for thought, anyhow. If you can just take one thing in life with you, take this. There is so much beauty in this world, which includes that which is within your heart. Why hold on to anything else when now is here and there's so much to see and so much to experience? Because that's really truly what it is about. The experience, not the memory, not the photograph, not those good times you had with somebody, but now. Not the future. That really is irrelevant, because every day you're changing so much that you're changing your future, even if you're not doing anything. Just by sitting there, you are changing your future, because your mind and your thoughts create your reality, and they shape it every single day. The mind can be a wonderful tool. It can be. Most definitely. And this is where confliction comes in, or duality, the duality in which all exists upon our planet. Because we live in a free will universe, we are able to make choices. But there's confliction because, of course, our objective here is to learn how to live out of the high heart. That means living out of love, without judgment, all the time. And that's only challenged by the constructs that you place within your mind. Simply put, if our objective here is to only learn how to live out of the high heart, then why do we have a mind to begin with? Is it simply there to deter us from accomplishing our mission or our goal in life? I don't think so. I really think that our mind plays a big role in all of this, because it's not just simply our heart that we have to reevaluate, but it is also our mind and how that plays a role, because our minds are so powerful. They are a very powerful instrument, and you can create your own reality. You are every day, but you can shape it to the desires and the dreams in which you hold within your heart. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I see a lot out there that, the heart is the only way to elevate your soul. And this whole thing about letting go of pain, well, the pain is perceived to be in your heart. And I think it's really the other way around. The pain is simply within your mind. What do you give your power to? How much time a day do you spend on thinking about things that have come to pass? And I'm not saying that everything is easy out there. I've had a lot of hard things in my life, and it's taken me up until this point in my life to figure that out, that sometimes the battle can best be won through the head, through the mind. How do you do that? If our minds are so powerful and they're such amazing tools, then shouldn't we just be able to command ourselves to be happy, or to let it go, to release pain, I do believe so. I believe that our minds are fully capable of doing these things. How much do you believe it, though? How much trust do you have for anybody in this world? How much trust do you have for your family? How much trust do you have for yourself? That's where the problem is. The problem lies in the fact that the majority of us have trust issues based upon the experiences that we have perceived to be negative in our lives. So, really, not everything needs healing in the way that we put it out to be, in the way that we try to actualize healing. Trust comes from speaking to your inner child and building that trust yourself. Once you've built that trust with her or him, then who's to say that you cannot command your own mind, because you will have trust, you will have belief, you will believe it because your inner child does. And your inner child is the one who's perceiving all the pain, who's constantly making decisions for you and inhibiting your choices and your lifestyle. I want you guys to try that. I want you to pick something in your life that you want to change. Pick something small to start. Or if you really feel like you want to, you can start with something big. That's really up to you. I want you to talk to your inner child and do it often. If you're not going to do anything else, then do this, because this is probably the most important thing that you can do to change your life forever. For the rest of your life, if you want this change to occur, talk to your inner child. Build that support and trust. Once you do, and you've garnered their trust, and take that thing that you wanted to change. Like for me, I may not come across as angry, but in fact, I have a lot of anger in me because of the experiences that I perceive to be negative. I have no trust for not even myself. Again, going back to my childhood, there are a lot of things that have shaped the person who I am today that I'm grateful for. However, there are other aspects of me that don't really align with my values and my beliefs, and they kind of just started coming up, sneaking up on me slowly but surely until they integrated as part of me, and they were parts of me that really I can't stand. And in a way, that's my shadow, and I have to accept it and embrace it, which I'm doing now. But to effectively create the change, then I have to fully trust and love myself. And the only way you can really build that trust is by speaking to your inner self, that wounded child from your past, then wouldn't it be worth it to be able to change the rest of your life? Here's what I propose. For me, I'm choosing a big one. I want to let go of anger. Anger is probably the one single biggest thing in my life. And I'm not walking around angry all the time, but I have anger outbursts because my inner child is conflicted. And when something seems really dangerous, something seems familiar that had happened before in my past, if anything starts to get a little bit out of control, she'll step in, and then I get angry. So for me, anger, I'm choosing anger. I want to let go of anger. Whatever it is for you, pick it. Pick it and then start working full time with your inner child. As you're doing so, think in the back of your mind of how powerful you really are, how powerful your mind is. If you're able to shape the reality that you live in, then you're able to make changes instantly within your being. The fact that you don't believe that is a problem of a lack of trust that you need to build between you and your inner child. And that goes for any changes in your life. If you don't believe it, you don't have the confidence, you're lacking that because of something that occurred to you in your life, then start making it happen. Stop sitting around and saying, oh, I wish I had more confidence. Oh, I wish I could go out and do that. Do it. It's not time for us to be sitting around anymore. It's time for us to start living the experience of life. This matrix, that we live in has options. And as a game controller, you get to choose. That's the phenomenal part about it. You get to choose. So what is it that you're choosing? What is it that you're choosing not to experience because of your inner child's confliction? Why are you saying no to that when you could be saying yes? There's so much beauty in this world. You can align yourself with it at any moment, but it's a choice. Do you see the fish trying to go upstream? It's not scared. It's not saying, oh, this is too hard, I give up. No. It's just going up the waterfall so that it can get to the other side and live a freer experience. Why can't you do that? Why can't I do that? Why do we allow our minds to construct what it is that we feel and want out of this life? Go forth, little fishy. Go forth. Let's get down to the brass tacks, shall we? So I have done the draw for this month's winner, and the winner is at the email address moonstarmeow@hotmail.com. Again, that is moonstarmeow@hotmail.com, and the name provided was Crystal. So you can get in contact with me via Facebook if you're on my page, or you can send me an email at stormbydesign@hotmail.ca in order to retrieve your winning. So congratulations, Crystal. I hope you get in contact with me fairly soon so we can get you booked in for your free soul tapping session. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this last movie. I did actually document some of the experiences that I had while I was there, and some of the other ones I didn't. I guess they were more so just for the present moment. And so there was a lot of recording that I did not do. But that being said, I have a lot more videos that will be coming out on top of that one. And these are all from my own experiences and reflections that I have experienced, not only during my camping, but also during this fast that I am on, and that I continue to be on for quite some time now. So more information keeps coming through, and I feel more and more connected every day as I seem to be bypassing a lot of the mental constructs that I'm putting in place for myself to hold me back. So it's really like a bypass mechanism whereby I bypass the mind to connect completely to the soul through my body. And the other thing that's interesting about that, though, is that it's really like clearing out my channel. So essentially what I'm able to do is open myself up for more information to come through. And so that is coming through my mind, however, not in the same way that it would have before. So stay tuned for those kinds of videos that are coming up. I'm looking to answer a lot of the important questions in my own life, and hopefully that'll provide you with some guidance in your own. All right, so if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Please share this video as much as you like, or any of my other previous videos. And if you would like to book a session with me, you can. You can find me on my website at stormbydesignintuitive.com. There you can click on a soul tapping session or a Reiki session. And I am getting ready to start offering my services as a medical intuitive as well. So in that kind of session, I would essentially just tap into your body, and I would do a scan to find out if there are any medical issues that you need to know about, and or if there are any that are on the rise for manifestation within your body. And then what I would do is talk to your higher self directly, and I actually communicate with them to find out what the root cause of that ailment, mental illness, addiction, or whatever the case may be, even disease. I find out what the root cause of that is, and in that way I can address it with you once I am speaking with you as to how to go about healing it. All of these things actually have an underlying root cause of an emotional trauma or some unresolved emotion that has not yet, it's been buried, so it hasn't yet surfaced again in your life, or perhaps it has and you've just buried it, not knowing how to deal with it. So I would address those things, as well as acquire the tools that are very specific to you only. So how do you overcome these emotional burdens or this trauma that you've experienced? So I would get those tools, as well as treatments that would be specific to you. And in some cases, of course, you still need to see your doctor. Depending on what the disease or ailment is, then you do need to have your doctor present with you and going through your typical regime of things. However, my job is essentially to guide you through the healing aspect of it through your emotional body. And by doing that, what I've found is that people who heal those aspects of their being, the illness or ailment or mental affliction or addiction completely disappears. So I will be offering those services, and in those services I also look at your chakra system and find out, I'll feel into your body once more and actually see all of your chakras, and then I will find out what is causing any disturbances within your chakras, or if you're having an issue, it's usually pertaining to that chakra as well. So by doing that, it gives you that secondary ability to actually treat it. So most of the time we store a lot of our emotions and traumas in certain regions in our body, and we're all different. So where we store them is different. We always associate the root chakra with trauma, and for sure it is. During the ages of 0 and 7, that's where you store it. But after that, when your mind starts to evolve, you actually start storing it in all kinds of places in your body, and that actually manifests into physical ailments and diseases. Makes you sick. So that is what I'm offering, the two things, and I will be getting that up on my website fairly soon. So anyhow, if you like what you see, like I said, give it a thumbs up, please share, and yeah, I will talk to you guys very soon.